Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today I want to show you how I maintain my wardrobe and how I prepare it for winter because winter is coming up here. And I just wanted to show you how I rearrange my wardrobe and what I do on a regular basis just to maintain my extreme minimalist wardrobe and how it works for me. Just to make sure that my wardrobe is how I want it to be, it brings me joy, and that it is exactly what I need it to be as well. That it does its job and does it just work in its extreme minimalist form. If you're new here, my name is Leah. I upload videos twice a week about minimalism and sustainable living. So if you're interested in these topics, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And now let's get started and I'll show you how I rearranged my wardrobe. I'm gonna rearrange everything here because I need some space for new pieces. Now that happens rarely in my wardrobe, that I actually want to add something without really exchanging it. And what I want to add today is this sweater to my wardrobe. I found that in our decluttered pile. It's a sweater that belonged to my boyfriend and it's pretty big for me. And that's the reason I thought I didn't want to have it for a year now, but now I realized maybe I want it. It's a woolen sweater and it's amazing quality. I like the color, so I thought maybe I'd give it a shot and just keep it in my wardrobe for this winter and see if I like it. And the other thing I want to add is this beautiful cashmere sweater I got secondhand. And yeah, adding two pieces but only decluttering one piece. What I want to declutter is this woolen shirt. I kept it for a warm layer. It's kind of long underwear made of wool and silk, but it's not so long. So usually my kidneys, or actually my kidney, I only have one, is cold, and that's not really the purpose of having underwear that should keep me warm. So I think I'm gonna declutter this, but I'm adding two warm woolen sweaters to my wardrobe. So I think I will be warm enough during winter, and I'll of course let you know how it goes. But in order to have space for these two new sweaters, I have to make room, because like that I cannot add them here. There's no space here. It doesn't work. And I have this one drawer of clothes, and of course I could just find another space, but I don't have that at the moment. And I really like to have all of my clothing items in just one drawer. So I think I want to just make it possible to fit everything in here, and that is why I'm here today, rearranging my drawer of clothes. So what I've done now is I put all of my underwear in this basket here, and this one is now empty. Now I like this shoebox and I had it for maybe 2 years for some of my clothes, but I think now it's time to let it go. And I have to say I do prefer the basket. That's just a bit prettier still. And I would be happy if all of my underwear fits in here, and that works at the moment. And I think from the size of this, it should be possible. If I have only one drawer, I cannot give my underwear more than what fits in here. So that's what I'm gonna do for now, and I'll see how it works over time. Since I want to add two sweaters, I thought I'd just give the sweaters more space and just give one whole line to sweaters. So right now I'm wearing one, and most of the time I'm wearing a sweater, but when summer comes around there will be a time where I am not wearing a sweater and where I want to be able to fit all of them in here. And now I think that it should be possible to fit all of them in here. So now the only thing I have here that doesn't fit is this one, and this is my scarf for winter. But since it's winter now, I want to put that to the front door where I get dressed, and I will take this one, and I guess it would fit in here, here maybe, or here maybe, or I would find some space if I need, and I will need that space in spring. But for now, I'm gonna take my scarf, and I'm also gonna take my winter hat and put them to the front door where I can take them with me when I leave the house. The other thing that's still in here is my gloves for winter, and I also have my winter gear, my snow ski pants. But these I will leave here because I'm not usually wearing them. It's rare occasions, and for these occasions I can just take them out of here. But during the winter I will use these two things every single day, and when it gets colder I might put my gloves to the front door as well. So is what my wardrobe looks right now after I've like rearranged it. And I have to say there are a few things in the washer, but I think it's like woolen socks, some underwear, one t-shirt, and that's it for right now. So there's nothing I really like forgot. Everything has to fit in here and everything will fit in here. So yeah, let me know what you think. I wanted to show everything to you like this because like that you can see it a bit better. Here I keep my pants and also my t-shirts, and then back there we have my accessories and also the shorts for the hot summer days. This is just to keep everything nice and dry. And then we have my sweaters. These are really the biggest part of my wardrobe right now, but maybe that's good since winter is coming. And then we move on to my underwear, which contains of self-knitted socks, thinner socks, bralettes and undies. And back here we just have my ski pants, rain pants and a pair of long underwear. I'm really happy with how it turned out, and even though it was a bit like playing Tetris, but everything worked out and everything found its place, and I think like that it will work for the upcoming month. So now I'm going to show you the things that I've done to the individual pieces of my wardrobe during the past few weeks and maybe even month, just to show you how I maintain my wardrobe to make sure that this wardrobe does its job in my life. So the first thing I wanted to show you is my self-knitted sweater. And I've had it for I think a year now. I knitted it about a year ago, and I have a few struggles with this sweater, and one of them was that it is just enormous. Like super huge when I like put it into my drawer. It takes up so much space. I'm not sure about how super casual it is and that I can't really wear it out only as maybe a fashion statement piece. But one of the things that I really struggle with is that it should be warm, and it was super warm, but the neckline was so wide that it would often fall off my shoulders, and then it's not super warm, then it's just like not warm enough. So what I did, the sweater is a raglan sweater, which means I knitted it from the top to the bottom. But I just started knitting here again, and I knit an extension to the neckline. So now the neckline is smaller. I added this little piece, but what I also did is I made like the end very stiff, so it's not able to like stretch out. So right now it just fits how I want it to fit, and it doesn't fall off my shoulders. And I hope like that I will get much more use out of this sweater, and I will be like happy to use it for a longer time. And for sure it's a bit warmer, and I think it turned out pretty well because I mean you can definitely see that there's a different color, but the whole sweater has different colors, so I don't really mind that. So I think it worked well, and I hope it helps me use that sweater more. The next thing I altered is actually this sweater. And I complained about this sweater in my video where I showed you everything I own in my extreme minimalist wardrobe. I linked you the video up here so you can watch it if you haven't already seen it. And I complained that this sweater is just too wide and too huge. And somebody that commented on this video suggested that I make it smaller. And I was really afraid because it's a knitted sweater. So I was afraid that if I cut it, it will fall apart and it will loosen up and it will not work. And so I was too afraid to do it for a longer period of time. And then I just decided, okay, let's do it. I'll alter it. I cut it and I sew it together with some white-ish thread, and you could totally see that, and it was ugly. And I'll show you the clips where I did that because I filmed all of it. But I mean, it turned out to be better because it shortened the sleeve just by like making the body part smaller, and so it did work out about how I wanted it to be. And like a few days later, I just changed all the threads and like sew everything together again with the threads that I took out of the pieces I cut from the sweater. So now I think it's better, and maybe I'll put it on to show you how it looks. And I have to say, I'm not 100% happy with how it turned out. I like in general, I like it. It's a bit bulkier now. You can see like where it connects the sleeves to the body part. It's a bit bulkier, but I don't really worry about that. The thing I'm more worried about is the shape down here. I'm not really sure if I like how it falls now, this part. But I think it's a lot better. It's a lot more like, it's less of an oversized fit. I mean, I really love oversized things, but if it's too oversized, I think it's just too crazy. I cannot wear it in as many occasions as I can wear a sweater if it's not that oversized, if you know what I mean. And now I will put on this sweater again because it's really cold here. Winter is really coming. And then, talking about winter, there's another thing I altered, and it's my long johns, or like long underwear, woolen underwear, and that's the thing I did. So that's not really done. But this pair of like woolen pants is, I think, 10 years old, and it kept up pretty well. I mean, it got some holes here that I fixed with some like other fabric of the same kind, and it looks really ugly, but I don't care because I just wear it under a different pair of pants, so you would never see that apart from me showing it to you right now. But the waistband, it's like an elastic band, but it loosened up over time, so it didn't work as well anymore, and it wouldn't keep these pants up on my body, but they would just like fall down. So what I did is I cut a small hole in the waist band in the fabric here and took it out and made another knot. And now it's just this way because I wanted to wear it a few times to make sure this knot is in the right place, because I don't want it to be too tight, I don't want it to be too loose. So I'm just wearing it a few times because, I mean, I can just wear it like this and you wouldn't even see it, apart from, again, I'm wearing a different pair of pants over it. So yeah, that's how I do it, to make sure it's in the right place. And once I wear it for a few times, I will just cut it off here, and like that, it works again. Of course, there's not like too much stretch left in this thing because it's so old. So maybe at some point I will just take another piece of like elastic thing and put it in here to like make it better again in order to be able to use it for another few years. But we'll see. For now it works, and it really doesn't have to be a pretty piece. It really just has to be a piece that I can wear that keeps me warm during winter. So that is what I did to it to make sure that it works for another few years. So these are the things I altered and changed in my wardrobe, and I think it's really important to keep in mind that an extreme minimalist wardrobe means that I have to adapt over time, but it also means that I try to make sure that my wardrobe works for as many different occasions as possible and that it works long term. So I don't want to change things all the time, but sometimes I do. And now I wanted to say something about the number of sweaters I own. I mean, usually I have 3 sweaters, and usually that's really enough. I mean, my bulky sweater, I had that for a long time as one of 3 sweaters I owned. So during summer, I usually just wore the 2 other kinds of sweaters. So there's really no need for me to have 5 sweaters in my wardrobe. And now I have 5. So that's like more than I need. And usually with my extreme minimalist wardrobe, I really try to make sure to just have the amount I need. To like have an amount where I could not, it wouldn't work if I had one less piece, and it would be luxurious if I had one more. So usually I make sure that I have the number of pieces that I will wear all the time. I have a number of pieces where I need to wear each of these pieces to make sure that I have something to wear all the time. And I think that's perfect, because I think that's just like the right amount. That's just the amount that I need, and it's super clear what that amount is, because if I can like leave a piece in my wardrobe for several months, that's clearly one piece too much. And if I struggle to have pieces between making laundry, that's not enough. If you want to see my laundry routine, I'll link you the video up here. I just recently uploaded my updated laundry routine, and I think it turned out pretty like nice. I like the video. So yeah, that's the number of pieces I usually keep. And now I have 5 sweaters. And with the sweaters, I have a bit of a dilemma I usually do not have with my clothes. So for once, I do not want to declutter this one, even though it's not the most practical one. But I just love it, and I made it myself. And I think these are the reasons I like it that much. It's not that practical because it's so bulky and I can't really wear it during summer. Then I have like this sweater I just showed you. I mean, that's like the only lighter sweater. And I have another like sweater out of like fabric, and I like that like a lot as well. And then I have 2 other woolen sweaters, like this one and my cashmere sweater. I think if I had or if I needed to declutter one, it should be one of the woolen sweaters. But this one I just added to my wardrobe because it was lying around and it's a good quality sweater. Like, it was just there. It's free for me because it was my boyfriend's. I just want to try it out because I want to see what fits me. I want to see if I like it. I want to see, if I want a sweater. And the cashmere sweater is actually the only kind of sweater that is a bit more chic, like that I could wear maybe to an office depending on the dress code or just like anywhere else. So I want to keep that because one, it's like an amazing sweater. I love the color and it's also very functional. It's a piece that is like missing from my wardrobe because I think I do not have enough clothes that are not like super casual but that can be worn for work or for like whatever else I need to do or whenever I need to at least dress smart casual or anything like that. And that's a thought that usually I do not want to have when it comes to my clothes because I just want to dress however I like. But sometimes there are occasions where I need to have something that's a bit less casual, so that's why I have these sweaters. And now it's 5, and I think if you wait until spring, maybe I've decluttered one, maybe I've come up with a solution of like how I handle this. But for now, my limitation is this drawer. So as long as everything fits into this drawer, it can be in my wardrobe. And I think that makes it easier for me because like that it is restrictive, it is like a restriction and it is a challenge, but that's what I want to have. So I'm totally aware that I could have 10 sweaters if I liked and 10 t-shirts and 10 pairs of pants or even more. But that's how I like to handle it, and I hope you understand what I mean. Let me know in the comments how you handle your wardrobe and if you understand my sweater dilemma or why I chose to have these sweaters, why I have like more sweaters than anything else right now. Yeah, I hope you like this video, and if you want to see more videos, I'll link you a video and a playlist right here, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!